Hello and welcome back to another speed build. Today I'm actually building with the new Bistro kit, and you can actually check out my previous video where I did a review on both kits, and I actually really like both of them a lot. So I think I'm going to try and do a build with the other kit, the Riviera Retreat kit as well at some point. But today we're focusing on the Bistro kit. So you can see I've started the build. I wanted it to be like on an angle since we're on a corner lot, or on an end lot rather. I did play around with doing 2 floors, but I end up doing 1 floor. And I end up just doing a half wall so I can fit in that new Bistro sign. And I used a lot of these windows, and I really like them. They fit this style really well. We have nothing like this. The door as well. I started out here doing a path, but I end up just filling in the entire lot with this flooring. And I was also fitting in these menu signs, but I realized they weren't going like through the wall like I originally thought they did, so it looked weird on the inside, so I overlapped them with the window and it looks fine. There really isn't much clipping. I did use both variants of the door, so the open door is to the outside because I wanted to have a nice back patio with seating. And here I'm trying to mess around with the cafe bar, the espresso bar, because this is a cafe lot. But you could probably turn this into a restaurant if you really wanted to. You would just have to add a kitchen somehow. But yeah, I wanted to see if I could make the espresso bar face the door, but it just wasn't working how I wanted it to. So here I am going through and adding the bathroom and then a little hallway into the area with the espresso bar. And I was looking for a door to use that kind of looked more like employees only. So I settled on that door. And I do add the coffee maker that we got in like that little hallway for the staff. So I figured like, oh, maybe they can make themselves a cup of coffee with that or something on their break. That was kind of like the lore. And here I am using the new wallpapers. I actually used both the wallpaper from the Riviera Retreat kit as well as from the Bistro kit. That stone is from the Riviera Retreat kit. And then I'm adding in some of these awnings that I thought were really cute and fit the vibes. This is an instance where I wanted to add just like a half tile of wall, but obviously you can't do that. So I had to kind of make it work, and I wrapped that around pretty much where all the windows are. I think I wrapped it around like 3 sides of the build, and I'm adding some seating outside at the front because I feel like when you look up Bistro on Google, that's kind of what you see. You see like the tables at the front. So that's kind of what I was going for. But there's also seating inside and seating on the back patio. And here I am going through and adding some landscaping. I picked these trees just because they were, they felt like a good height compared to the build. And I actually went into debug. In a second you'll probably see it. And I got these like tree cages. I felt like that made a lot of sense for this type of build where there's no dirt or like grass showing. So kind of like what you might see in like a city, like New York City or something, so that they can have trees and landscaping around. But that's really all the landscaping I did, and you can see I'm messing with the spacing of the trees a lot, because I wanted it to be like perfect. I'm very a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that, so I did mess with that a little bit. And there are trash cans on all 4 corners, which is a little weird, but I think it ends up looking fine. And here are the tree cages I was talking about. You can get those in the base game debug. It's in the live edit cheat. And here I am picking the tablecloth, or I was looking at the other swatches and I did settle on the more like cream and white checkered pattern. And then I'm just adding some tables to the back porch. I would say I used most items from this pack, and I really, really like it. I would like to do a build where it's like half cafe, half bookstore, and I think that's going to be in my save file that I'm working on. So if you want to see me do that build, let me know, because I probably will be building that regardless of whether it's recorded or not. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. And yeah, I'm adding these little lights on the tables outside just because obviously if you're eating and it's dark outside, you want a little bit of light at least. So I did add those in. And I think this is where I'm adding the new coffee maker. I was trying to find the matching counter to that espresso bar. I actually really like the new coffee maker. I think it's really cute. It really fits the community lot vibe. And in that little area for the employees, I also added a little mini fridge as well as a microwave. Just kind of imagining that they could grab something to eat and drink if they needed to on a break. Even though you can't actually work at a cafe, which is kind of annoying, I wish, like, even if it wasn't active, I wish you could work at a cafe, your sim. But you can't. But that's okay, because it won't actually be locked for employees only, so if you go there and you just want to make a cup of coffee or a pot of coffee, you can. Or you could, like, grab a quick meal from the fridge if you're doing rags to riches or something. So I figure it suits the purpose, but it's also there for storyline purposes as well. And now I'm working on the interior. I tried so hard to fit in the booths, but it just wasn't working. I was struggling to get it to snap properly, and then once I did, I realized there was really nowhere for me to put the booths where this sim could get in on both sides, so I just gave up. I did give up on the booths and I just settled for the tables. And I'm adding some decor to the walls here. I love the posters we got as well as the mirror. I think that turned out really cute. That's such like a fancy mirror, and I feel like that is definitely something you would see in like a fancy restaurant or something, so I do like that a lot. And I'm adding the little like menu and glasses onto the tables inside. I was gonna add them to the tables outside too, but I wanted to make sure the tables were usable, so I decided to just do the lamp on the ones outside. And I think we're coming up to the end here. I did replace all the lighting with the new lights we got. I think it gives it a very nice like yellow glow, and I don't know, it's more vibey. But we're about to see some screenshots. This is the front of the exterior. I think it is so cute. I'm really proud of myself. Here's the floor plan. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all next week. Make sure you check out that video review for the kits from last week, and I'll see you soon. Bye!